Hi, Jen here from Jen Michelle Coaching, and today I want to talk about dating with integrity. This is an important topic where we're moving towards surrendering this old paradigm of dating fear-based ways and really leading with ego, and we're entering this new way of leading with heart and really being conscious creators as more and more of us wake up to what's truly possible within. For those of you new to my channel, I would love to invite you to subscribe. I release a video weekly. Number one, when I talk about conscious dating, it means that we're getting rid of scarcity rules or ego-based, things taking the lead. We're less opportunistic and more heart-led, right? Because we know deep down that this is what's going to feel the best in the long term within ourselves and create the best opportunity in another. I have a lot of clients who practice this in whether it be dating or even in workplace situations where they're dealing with more survival mode type of dynamics, and just to kind of like create that space to see what we can draw out in another person when we're really conscious and self-aware of the way in which we're showing up. And so when we kind of take this step back to be led by a more intentional space where we don't assume the worst, we're less impatient, we're less reactive, well, now we're drawing out the best in another person. I've dealt with this a lot in my own life too, with just encounters with strangers where it's like you kind of notice that charge or that energy and you take a step back and you think, okay, how can I really be intentional and not lose myself in the dynamics of what I'm feeling? How can I really put my best foot forward and show up consciously versus just kind of matching energy or taking on this more fear-based energy of trying to get my needs met to squash that, because it creates this dynamic with another where they feel that and they pull away, and then we amp up whatever tactics we've fallen into, creating this cycle of kind of always chasing our tail. So when I talk about dating with integrity, it's really just this new level of awareness where we're surrendering that more egoic perspective and we're intentionally creating something new based off of that spark that lives inside all of us that we're growing every single day. Number two, you let someone be exactly who they are without assigning a narrative, a story, or trying to alter them in any way. A lot of the reason feminine energy is so hard for many women to practice and why there's so much beautiful conversation on this is because it's really hard to sit with what is, right? It's really hard to feel those emotions. And so the feminine energy is what tells you the truth. And the feminine energy is what allows you to see what's truly possible with another person. And that means you have to go face to face with your fears, whether it be a fear of abandonment or just any sort of space that's unhealed within you. It's going to highlight it. It's going to force you to deal with the discomforts that you've been masking and hiding away. Intimate relationships really show the cracks within us in a way no other relationship will. And so we don't want to always face that. So we are going to try to rationalize doing something to not have to feel that way. But as a result, we don't ever really get to the root of what's possible because we're too scared to face that. But when we do face it, we create a tremendous amount of freedom to be able to move through anything and have a deep sense of safety within us as a result of knowing that we can really handle anything that comes our way. And if it isn't rooted in truth, really, what is it worth? Number three, you'll feel better about yourself. Your conscience is going to be like a lot more clear because you're focused on what matters versus a more fearful, self-centered perspective. And I see this a lot where you went on the date or you had the interaction and you weren't present for yourself, or you just kind of had this impatience to it, this nervousness to it that took over. And later you feel regretful of that because you didn't really show up, or your role kicked in of the ego and it wasn't rooted in authenticity and that deeper integrity and intention that that is possible within you. So we have to have a lot of awareness when we're dating with integrity, which means we're recognizing our people-pleasing tendencies. We're recognizing our ability or sort of we're recognizing our tendency to over-exaggerate or overcompensate or to fill in or take over a conversation. We're recognizing all of those tics that we hold within ourselves, and we're facing them head on by really connecting with integrity to what lives inside of us and beginning to draw that out and express it. This is how another person will connect to you on a really powerful level, because it's not built on optics. It's built on something real and something far deeper and far more beautiful than how it should or is supposed to look. And so dating with integrity really frees us in a way that dating with ego never ever will, even if it looks like in the short term we're getting what we want. When I talk about dating with integrity, we're really playing this game of faith, this long game of knowing that not being true to ourselves or being fake to get what we want in the moment is never going to bring us the happiness or the love that we want in the long run. So we are having that deep trust and faith where we're digging deeper and recognizing that I want to be loved for who I fully am. And so I have to reveal that. And as soon as you become aware of it, you begin revealing it, and you start where you are. And you'll notice that what you create as a result will feel far more expansive, lighthearted, and free. So I hope this supports you in any stage of love, whether it is dating or reconnecting in partnership. If this video speaks to you and anything you're working on right now, I invite you to visit my website, jenmichellecoaching.com. Please sign up for my group waitlist. I'm going to be offering the group again in the fall. And I also have all of my digital programs listed under my programs tab, where you can find the one that really just most fits what you're needing right now. Much love, and I'll see you all next week.